If you've ever been stopped at the door of a store and asked to show your receipt, you're not alone. Retailers across Canada, from big box stores to warehouse clubs, often check receipts as part of their loss prevention strategies. But what are your rights as a shopper? Are you legally required to comply? Let's dive into what Canadian law says about receipt checks, and how you can handle them confidently. Why do stores in Canada check receipts? Retailers use receipt checks to prevent shoplifting, ensuring that all items leaving the store have been paid for. Audit transactions, catching potential cashier errors, overcharges, missed items. Deter theft, showing visible loss prevention measures. Warehouse clubs like Costco, for example, routinely check every receipt as part of their membership agreements. Are you legally required to show your receipt in Canada? Short answer, no, you generally are not legally required to show your receipt. In Canada, simply walking out of a store with paid goods does not create any legal obligation to stop and show your receipt, unless a store has reasonable grounds to believe theft has occurred. This relates to two key legal principles: shopkeeper's privilege. In limited cases, a retailer can detain a customer if they have reasonable grounds, evidence, not just suspicion, to believe a theft took place. Trespass to Property Act, Ontario and similar laws in other provinces. Stores are private property, and owners can set conditions for entry. For example, you might be asked to leave if you refuse a receipt check, even if you paid for everything. Important, if you voluntarily comply, the process is quick and uneventful. If you refuse, staff cannot physically force you to show your receipt or forcibly detain you, unless they genuinely believe you've stolen something. If staff detain you without reasonable grounds, it could amount to false imprisonment, and you could have a legal claim. What about membership stores like Costco? Different rules apply at membership-based retailers. When you sign up for Costco or a similar club in Canada, you agree, via your membership terms, to certain conditions, including showing your receipt when exiting. In those cases, refusing a receipt check might violate your membership agreement. The store can potentially revoke your membership, but they still must treat you lawfully and cannot detain you without reasonable grounds. How should you handle a receipt check? If you're stopped at the door, be polite. You can simply show your receipt if you're comfortable. Know your rights. You can politely decline, "No, thank you," and continue walking unless they assert reasonable grounds. If challenged, calmly ask, "Am I being detained?" If not, you are free to leave. If yes, you are entitled to know the reason, and it's wise to stay calm and possibly ask to speak to a manager. Pro tip: always stay calm and non-confrontational. Escalations can sometimes lead to misunderstandings or unnecessary legal issues. Key takeaways for shoppers in Canada: you are usually not legally required to show your receipt. Store staff cannot forcibly detain you without reasonable grounds. Membership clubs, like Costco, may require receipt checks as part of your membership agreement. Staying calm and polite protects you while asserting your rights. Next time you're asked, you'll know exactly where you stand, and you can make the choice that's right for you.